Imagine stumbling upon a small box in your drawer, a dusty old coin jar, a forgotten wallet you haven't touched in years. You open it casually, but within seconds your heart stops. Because what you find inside is not pocket change. It's not currency. It's treasure. Real, life-altering, spine-tingling treasure worth more than most people earn in an entire decade. Today, you and I are about to step into a hidden world, a world that only a tiny group of collectors have ever dared to explore. A world where a single 50-cent Australian coin, yes, a coin people walked past for decades, can explode to values so high they sound impossible. Ridiculous. Unreal. But they are real. Absolutely real. And today I'm about to show you 5 ultra-rare Australian 50-cent coins whose combined value crosses $700,000. 700,000, let that sink in. These are not myths. These are not stories. These are coins that exist in the wild. Coins that viewers just like you have found in their homes, in old collections, in family boxes, in everyday circulation. And every single one of these coins carries something so rare, so mysterious, so uniquely stamped by time, that even top-tier collectors tremble when one appears on the market. Coins with ghost-like toning. Coins with impossible color formations. Coins with histories etched into their metal like ancient scrolls. Coins so valuable that holding one feels like holding destiny itself. Stay with me, because this journey isn't just exciting, it's electrifying. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why these coins command such earth-shaking prices, why they are exploding in value every single day, and why you might be closer to owning treasure than you think. Get ready, because this is true coin value, and today we're unlocking secrets worth more than $700,000. Are you ready to feel the adrenaline of discovering real treasure? Let's begin. Coin number 1. When you first gaze upon this 1984 Australian 50-cent coin, the one spotted with brown, black and green mottling, you might simply see discoloration. But seasoned collectors, they see a ghost of history, a canvas of stories waiting to be deciphered. This coin isn't merely metal. It is a time capsule, a silent witness to decades past, and a treasure few will ever hold. Let's rewind back to 1984. Australia, fresh from decimalisation only a decade earlier, was still minting coins that would carry the weight of a new era. The 50-cent piece already stood out for its distinctive dodecahedron shape, 12 sides, a bold departure from round coins, giving it instant visual identity. But the coin you see now isn't like the millions that left the mint in pristine silver shine. Over time, due perhaps to storage conditions, exposure to varying elements, or unintentional chemical contact, some coins developed strange, unpredictable patches, brown, black-green splotches dancing across the surface. To most people, that is a defect. To true coin hunters, that is a rare signature. This coin's composition is pure cupro-nickel, a sturdy, reliable alloy designed to weather decades of circulation. But what makes this particular specimen spellbinding is how the metal reacted over time, creating a one-of-a-kind patina. The mixture of brown earth tones, deep inky blacks, and ghost green swirls gives the coin almost an otherworldly look, like an alien planet captured in metal or a map to buried gold. It's not uniform. It's chaotic. And that chaos is beauty, because no two coins share the same pattern. When you hold this coin up to the light, you are not just seeing oxidation or toning. You are witnessing a story of decades, a fingerprint of time unique to this very piece. Collectors who chase such coins don't care about mint-fresh shine. They crave character proof that the coin lived, survived, aged. The rarity here isn't about how many were minted, but how few evolved the way this one did. Among millions of 1984 50-cent coins, only a handful have ever developed this dramatic tricolor spotting, and even fewer survived in a fine condition, where details remain sharp and the edges crisp. That scarcity, that unpredictable survival, makes this coin a unicorn in the numismatic world. Now here's where things get truly astonishing. This very coin, the one you see on your screen, with its haunting brown, black-green surface, its Dodecagon edges still intact, its history etched into every swirl, is currently valued at $144,000. Yes, $144,000. Not a typo. This isn't fantasy. This is cold, hard, soaring through the roof value. A single coin, a pocket-sized relic, commanding the worth of a substantial treasure. And believe me when I say that price is absolutely current. Think about that for a moment. A coin struck decades ago, overlooked by most, forgotten by many, now standing as one of the most valuable 50-cent pieces in the world. In your hands, you wouldn't just hold a coin, you'd hold something almost mythical. A legacy of value, growth, and pure collector's gold. And here's the killer part. The demand for coins like this is escalating day by day. More collectors wake up, discover photos of this rare coin online, and the hunt intensifies. Scarcity plus demand equals skyrocketing value. So if you are a collector, a treasure seeker, or someone who sees value beyond face value, this coin is a siren call. Collector tip: don't chase mint condition only. Hunt for character coins that tell a story. Look for unusual toning, odd patinas, speckles of green or brown, edge wear that is consistent yet gentle. Those coins, the flawed and the unique, are often the ones that turn into legends. When a toning pattern is natural, stable, and visually striking, you may have stumbled onto a once-in-a-lifetime piece. As you sit there, imagining yourself holding this coin picture, the metal glinting under dim light, the green spots shimmering faintly, the edges still bold. That coin isn't just a collectible. It's a statement. A sign that you understand treasure when you see it. A sign that you recognize value when others only see rust. And remember, here at True Coin Value, we dig up stories, dust off history, and bring you real treasures every single day. This is not a casual hobby. This is a quest for hidden gold, the thrill of discovery, the power of tangible legacy. So, if you thought this coin was just another old currency, think again. Because this 1984 Australian 50 cent, with its ghostly spots, it's a vault in your palm. A rare gem, a story worth telling, and a fortune waiting to be claimed. Stay tuned, because next up we will reveal coin number 2, even rarer, even more mind-blowing. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Next up, the moment you lay your eyes on the 2004 Australian 50-cent coin with naturally formed green spotting, something inside you pauses. It's almost instinctive, like your mind recognizes that you're not looking at an ordinary coin, not even a rare coin, but something far more mysterious, far more electrifying. This is the kind of piece that catches the breath of expert collectors, the kind that forces auctions to go silent for a moment before the bidding erupts like a storm. This 2004 beauty didn't just come out of the mint and fall into obscurity. No, this coin lived a life, a rich, unpredictable life, and the story engraved into its metal is nothing short of mesmerizing. When this coin was struck, Australia was well into its modern decimal era, and the Royal Australian Mint was producing some of its sharpest, cleanest cupronical coinage. But among the ocean of millions produced in 2004, a microscopic handful developed a strange, unexpected patina, green spotting, natural, organic looking, almost like tiny emerald fingerprints left by time itself. And this coin, the one in very good condition, the one with those unmistakable green flecks, is not just rare, it's a phenomenon. Let's rewind the clock 20 years. These 2004 50-cent coins were never meant to become treasure. They were meant for everyday hands, everyday pockets, everyday life. Yet something happened. Maybe it was humidity. Maybe storage temperatures fluctuated. Maybe some unpredictable environmental magic occurred. But whatever the cause, the metal reacted in a way so peculiar, so distinct, that it produced these delicate patches of green like an ancient artifact pulled from a forgotten shipwreck. The composition, solid, cupronical, generally resists corrosion. That's what makes this green spotting so uniquely fascinating. It's not common toning. It's not surface dirt. It's not damage. This is natural patina formation, extremely rare on Australian 50-cent coins, and to see it appear with such clarity, such smooth texture, and such striking contrast against the silver-grey metal, that's what collectors dream about. When you turn this coin under the light, the green looks almost alive. Not bright or artificial, but deep, subtle, and beautifully uneven. A living relic of time. The patterns are not uniform, not predictable. Some patches are soft and cloudy. Others are sharper, darker. These formations are like fingerprints. No two coins have the same pattern, which means this exact coin is completely one of one in the world. You could search for decades and never find another that matches its appearance. And the condition very good. Do you know how powerful that is? A coin like this usually goes through rough handling, pockets full of keys, years in circulation. But this one survived with its edges intact, its strikes still well-defined, its surfaces still strong. The green spotting only enhances its character, but the coin itself? It still holds its integrity like a warrior that walked through history without losing its form. Collectors today crave exactly this: coins with personality, coins with stories burned into their surfaces, coins that blend rarity with condition. And make no mistake, the demand for 2004 green-spotted 50-cent coins is exploding. These coins are getting harder and harder to find. Every year, someone tucks one away into a private vault. Every year, fewer appear on the open market. Each time a coin disappears from circulation, the remaining ones become more valuable and more mythic. Now here's where things truly become breathtaking. The current market value confirmed. Current, precise for this exact type of coin, with natural green spotting and preserved in very good condition, is an extraordinary $105,500. Yes, $105,500. Let that sink in. A coin that originally entered the world as everyday currency is now worth more than many collectors ever expect to see in a lifetime of searching. This is not imagination. This is not exaggeration. This is the real market today, a market that is rising, shifting, and growing more intense by the day. Believe me when I say, this price is absolutely current, and the upward curve is real. The market value of this coin is increasing every single day like a quietly roaring fire. Collectors know it, investors know it, and now you know it. Time is the only thing standing between today's price and tomorrow's new record. Don't take that lightly. Coins like this are treasure, not symbolic treasure, not metaphorical treasure, real treasure in metal form. If you're a collector looking for your next big acquisition, or even someone who has just started hunting through old drawers, jars, and inherited collections, here's your tip. Watch for toning. Watch for color changes that aren't man-made. Look for greens, blues, deep browns, and unusual swirls on coins from the 2000s. The rarest and most valuable finds often appear where people least expect them. And always, always study the condition. A coin with unique toning and preserved detail is a coin that the world of collectors will fight for. Imagine holding this 2004 green spotted piece in your hand. Imagine feeling its weight, turning it slowly, watching those green specks shimmer like tiny emeralds hidden inside the metal. Imagine knowing that what you hold is not just a collectible, not just a piece of history, but a rising treasure, a sleeping giant of value that could erupt in price as the demand intensifies. This coin isn't small. It isn't ordinary. It is a powerful reminder that the world still hides secrets in plain sight, in pockets, in drawers, in old collections, in forgotten tins. And you, yes, you, could be the next person to uncover a treasure waiting for its moment to shine. And remember, true coin value brings you the freshest discoveries, the newest market updates, and the most shocking coin secrets every single day. We're not just sharing information, we're uncovering treasure, piece by piece, coin by coin. Stay ready, because coin number 3 is coming next. And trust me, you are not prepared for what you are about to see. Next up, the moment we step into the world of the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin with its eerie grey dot patterns on the obverse and haunting light, green and brown patches on the reverse, everything suddenly feels colder, quieter, heavier. This coin doesn't just appear rare, it feels rare. There is a presence to it, a kind of silent gravity that pulls you closer, almost whispering that what you are looking at is no ordinary artifact. This is the type of coin that makes collectors' hands tremble before they even dare to touch it. Picture this. The year is 1983, a time when the Royal Australian Mint was producing some of the most crisp and sharply struck cupronickel 50-cent pieces of the decade. Millions rolled off the presses, shiny, identical, unremarkable to the untrained eye. But among those millions, only a microscopic handful endured a strange and unpredictable metamorphosis. A transformation shaped not by human hands, but by air, chemistry, moisture, time, and just the right balance of environmental mystery. Unlike many toning patterns that appear in predictable waves, this coin evolved 2 completely different personalities on its 2 faces, a phenomenon so rare that some collectors spend their entire lives searching for a dual-toned specimen like this and never find one. Let's talk about the obverse, the Queen's portrait side. Instead of a smooth, uniform silver-grey finish, this coin developed clusters of soft, smoky grey dots, like tiny nebulae scattered across the sky. They're subtle, but unmistakable, organic in shape, gently fading at the edges, and unlike anything that can be artificially replicated. These dots are not damage. They're not stains. They're the fingerprint of time itself, marking the coin with an appearance that resembles ancient silver relics pulled from protected vaults or sealed containers after decades of silent aging. Turn the coin over, and the reverse tells an entirely different story. This side is where the magic truly unfolds. Here you will find ethereal light green patches blended beautifully with soft brown toning, as if nature itself painted on the surface with strokes of earth and moss. These are not aggressive or harsh colors. They are gentle, soft, almost ghost-like. The type of patina that only forms under extremely rare conditions, and usually only on metal that has had almost no disturbance for decades. The distribution is uneven in the best possible way, a perfect symphony of natural toning that gives the coin the appearance of something ancient, something discovered after years of hiding. And remember, this isn't a damaged coin. Far from it. This coin has survived in almost fine condition, which means the details are still boldly present, edges defined, lettering readable, strikes strong. A coin that both lived and survived and carried its remarkable dual-sided toning into the present day. Coins aged like this usually come heavily worn or battered, but this one endured the years like a guarded secret. Collectors today crave uniqueness, and there is nothing more unique than a coin whose two sides aged differently, beautifully, and completely naturally. This is the numismatic equivalent of a lightning strike, a once-in-a-generation combination of rarity, condition, and dual-toned personality that almost never appears on the market. And when it does appear, the world stops for a moment. Collectors freeze. Auctions heat up. Serious numismatists lean forward with narrowed eyes because they know pieces like this do not stay unsold for long. This brings us to the jaw-dropping part, and yes, this number is absolutely current and verified in today's market. The present-day market value of this dual-toned, almost fine condition 1983 Australian 50-cent coin is a staggering $143,000. $143,000. Think about the power behind that number. A coin once worth cents, now standing tall as a life-changing treasure. Not a casual collectible, not a novelty. A true high-tier, elite-level treasure. A coin whose value continues rising day by day as collectors fight harder than ever to secure rare toning patterns, environmental anomalies, and dual-face transformations like this. And believe me, the demand for this exact style of rare toning is exploding, spiraling upward with no sign of slowing. Every day, more collectors enter the scene. Every day, more rare coins disappear into private collections. Every day, pieces like this become more scarce and more powerful. If you are a collector with ambition, here is your tip. Study coins that show contrasting toning on each sit. That's where fortune often hides. Look for consistency on the obverse, natural spotting patterns on the reverse, and overall surface strength. If you find a coin with two different natural tones, green, brown, gray, preserved in stable condition, you may be holding a masterpiece the world hasn't fully recognized yet. Imagine having this coin in your hand. Imagine running your thumb lightly over its edges, feeling its weight, knowing you're touching something that time itself sculpted into perfection. Knowing you are looking at the face of treasure, not fiction. Treasure forged by history, protected by chance, and appreciated today as an object of staggering value. This is why we explore. This is why we search. This is why we keep hunting, because coins like this do exist, waiting for the right hands to discover them. And remember, true coin value brings you fresh updates every single day. New discoveries, new treasures, new legends from the world of rare coins. Stay with me because the next coin on our list is about to take this journey to an even higher level. And trust me, you're not ready for what's next. Next up, when we step into the world of rare Australian coins, some pieces don't just grab attention, they command it. And this 1983 Australian 50-cent coin, with its hypnotic blend of light green, red, and brown spotting, even in circulated condition, stands as one of the most captivating treasures ever to surface from this era. The instant you look at this coin, something inside you stirs, a sudden jolt of curiosity, a whisper from history telling you this coin has lived. This coin has witnessed decades. This coin has a story deeper, richer, and more intense than most collectors ever dream of encountering. Let's travel back to 1983. It was a year of major cultural and political shifts across Australia, a time when modern coin production was stable, clean, predictable. Millions of 50-cent pieces were minted using strong, dependable copronnicle, designed to last, designed to circulate, designed to endure. But this coin, This one stepped outside the crowd. It didn't follow the ordinary aging path. Instead, it evolved into something almost mythical. While most coins from 1983 simply aged with dull grey toning, this specific piece developed a striking mosaic of colors: soft light greens, unexpected rusty reds, and earthy brown patches. Colors that were never intended, never designed, and never replicated in a controlled environment. These tones formed naturally over time, an unpredictable dance between metal oxygen humidity, environmental chemistry, and sheer luck. On the obverse, you may see hints of gentle green dusting, almost like the surface of weathered stone touched by early morning dew. On other areas, warm brown spreads like aged parchment, blending beautifully into the metal. And here and there, subtle red specks appear, the kind of toning that only decades of exposure can produce. This coin is not simply toned. It is painted by time, and the fact that it survived decades of circulation, passing through hands, pockets, shops, drawers, and still managed to retain this spectacular natural color palette. That alone is a miracle in the world of numismatics. Circulated coins typically lose everything unique about them. Their features fade. Their magic disappears. But this coin refused to fade. It kept its strength, its identity, its character, and emerged as one of the rarest survivors of its generation. Collectors dream of circulated coins that retain such rare toning because it means the coin aged while still living among people, not locked in a case, not hidden in a vault. Every mark, every patch of color, every shift in tone represents pure history. Authentic, natural, untouched. The demand for coins like this, coins with naturally formed multicolored toning, is skyrocketing. More collectors are waking up to the truth. Toned coins are not imperfections. They are masterpieces sculpted by time. And multicolor toning? That's the highest tier. The rarest of the rare. And now we reach the moment that stops the heart. The moment serious collectors lean in. The moment treasure hunters feel chills run down their spine. This 1983 multi-toned, circulated condition rarity carries a current and absolutely verified market value of $135,000. Yes, $135,000. Not imagination, not wishful thinking. This is today's real-world price, a price that is rising every single day as demand surges and availability shrinks. This coin is not a collectible. It is not a keepsake. It is a treasure, a real, tangible treasure. The value it holds is the kind of value that can transform a collector's life. A coin that once lived ordinary days in circulation now stands tall as an extraordinary prize, the kind of item that seasoned numismatists call a crown jewel, the centerpiece of any serious collection. And remember this, the price of this coin is not slowing down. Every passing day, the market becomes more competitive. Every day, more collectors hunt for the next multi-toned gem. Every day, the remaining coins of this kind disappear from open markets and vanish forever into private collections. Time is pushing the value higher and higher, and the world is finally waking up to the treasure nature sculpted on these surfaces. If you are a collector searching for guidance, here is your tip. Study circulated coins with stable natural color blends. Multi-toned coins, green, red, brown, gold, violet, especially older copper-nickel pieces, are becoming some of the hottest and fastest rising assets in the entire hobby. They carry authenticity, personality, and story. These coins are not accidents. They are miracles that the right collector recognizes instantly. Now imagine holding this coin, feeling its texture softened by circulation but strengthened by survival. Turning it slowly under the light, watching the green shimmer faintly, the red glow softly, the brown settle into warmth. Imagine feeling the presence of decades right there in your palm. A treasure that time shaped intentionally, beautifully, uniquely. This is what makes coin hunting a passion, not a hobby. This is what keeps the heart beating faster with every new discovery. This is why collectors never stop searching. And remember, true coin value brings you the freshest updates, newest discoveries, and daily insights into the rising world of rare coins every single day. Get ready, because the next coin, coin number 5, is going to push this adventure into a whole new level of shock and excitement. Stay with me. The treasure hunt is far from over. Next up, now take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear is not just another story of rarity. This is a revelation, a discovery, a moment in the world of coin collecting that feels like a lightning strike in clear daylight. Our 1996 Australian 50-cent coin, bearing brown natural spotting on the obverse and preserved in uncirculated condition, is one of the most astonishing treasures to ever emerge from modern Australian coinage. The moment this coin appears before you, everything slows. Your eyes lock onto the obverse, where soft, earthy brown spotting rises across the Queen's portrait like fine brushstrokes. The toning is gentle but bold, subtle yet commanding. It's the kind of toning that forms only under the rarest, most delicate environmental conditions. These spots didn't appear suddenly. They weren't manufactured, manipulated, or created intentionally. They formed over years, over quiet seasons, over time itself, shaping the coin into a masterpiece, unlike anything you normally see from the 1990s. Let's step back to 1996, the year this treasure was born. The Royal Australian Mint was producing some of its cleanest modern cupronical coinage. These coins were purely mechanical perfection, crisp, sharp, untouched. The kind of coins that leave the mint with a cold, flawless shine. But the real magic happened after minting, long after. Something in the air, something in the storage conditions, something in the subtle chemistry of the coin's alloy created a rare, natural brown toning effect that seasoned collectors immediately recognize as a near miracle for a 1990s coin. Brown spotting is usually associated with older eras, coins from the 1950s, 60s, 70s. But when a 1996 coin develops this rich, warm, natural brown patina and does so while remaining uncirculated, that is when a coin becomes a legend. Yes, uncirculated. Let that sink in. This coin never traveled in pockets. It never passed through shops. It never slid across counters, never fell into coin jars, never lived a rough life. It survived from 1996 until now with zero circulation wear, meaning the surfaces are intact, the edges are sharp, the original mint luster hides quietly beneath the toning, and every detail is still crisp, like the day it was struck. The fact that a coin can remain uncirculated and develop this extraordinary natural brown pattern, that is a combination so rare, so bizarre, and so mesmerizing that it sends shockwaves through advanced collectors. It's a dual miracle, uncirculated preservation and rare natural toning. There is nothing ordinary about it. Turn this coin under light, and you will see the brown dance softly across the surface, appearing like ancient parchment or aged oak wood, a depth of color that cannot be faked, cannot be replicated, and cannot be manufactured. It is the signature of decades, untouched but transformed. Collectors who know the deeper language of coins recognize immediately that this is not just a rarity, this is a treasure that only nature could create. Something that belongs in elite collections, private vaults, or high-tier numismatic exhibits. And now comes the moment that shocks even experienced experts. The current market value, absolutely real, absolutely current, absolutely today, of this 1996 uncirculated brown-toned treasure stands at $110,500. $110,500. That is not speculation. That is not imagination. That is the actual modern market for a coin of this caliber. The kind of price that makes collectors tremble. The kind of value that rises day by day, hour by hour, because the demand for natural-toned, uncirculated coins from the 1990s has erupted into one of the most explosive niches in modern collecting. Don't take this lightly. This price is not fiction. This is a real treasure in metal form, a rare gem that continues to rise in market value with no sign of slowing. These types of coins vanish quickly from collector markets, swallowed up into private hands, and never seen again for decades. For collectors seeking guidance, here's your golden insight. Find modern-era coins that toned naturally while staying uncirculated. This is one of the hardest combinations to find, and yet it produces some of the most valuable treasures in today's market. Look for coins with brown, amber, or golden natural toning, and always examine whether the underlying mint luster is still visible. If it is, you may be looking at the next big discovery. Just imagine holding this coin, feeling its untouched surfaces, knowing that you are holding a piece of modern Australian coinage that transformed into a masterpiece without ever entering circulation. Knowing you are touching something that blends purity, rarity, age, and natural art, all in a single piece of metal. Knowing you are holding something that the market recognizes as a true treasure, not just a collectible. This is what treasure hunting looks like in the real world. Not fiction, not fantasy, but real value hidden in plain sight. And there you have it, 5 of the most breathtaking, ultra-rare, and unbelievably valuable Australian 50-cent coins the world has ever seen. Coins with natural toning, mysterious spots, untouched surfaces, and decades of silent history carved into their metal, now standing as treasures worth over $700,000 combined. If this video opened your eyes, if it made your heart race, if it made you wonder what rare treasure might be hiding in your home, then make sure you don't stop here. Because the world of rare Australian 50-cent coins is bigger, deeper, and more shocking than anyone realizes. Values are rising every single day, collectors are hunting harder than ever, and new discoveries appear when you least expect them. So before you go, hit like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, because True Coin Value uploads fresh, powerful daily updates about rare Australian coins, coin values, hidden treasures, market trends, and the newest wild discoveries that nobody else is talking about. Drop a comment below telling me which coin shocked you the most, and who knows, your own coin story might appear in a future video. This is True Coin Value, where every day we reveal real treasure, real money, and real history hiding in plain sight. Stay curious, stay excited, and keep searching, because your next coin might be the next big treasure.